Hi, my name is William Rojas. In my final research project presentation, I will be discussing about the Philippines, specifically focusing on Filipino migration, including its positive and negative aspects from the 1960s to the 2000s, as well as associated stereotypes and prejudice. In slide 2, in this picture you will find President Lyndon B. Johnson signs the Immigration and Nationality Act on October 3rd, 1965, which led to a massive increase in Filipino immigration. The U.S. actively recruited skilled Filipino workers to fill labor shortages in healthcare and other fields. This third wave consistently largely of professionals like doctors, nurses, and engineers and teachers who already spoke English due to the American colonization of the Philippines. In slide 3, the Philippines has a high rate of nurses due to a combination of historical U.S. training, a strong cultural emphasis on caring professions, robust English proficiency, and a government policy that encouraged labor to export, creating an education system that produces more nurses than the country needs, leading to significant migration for better pay opportunities abroad. Despite efforts to retain them, nursing became a respected career path, often a stepping stone to other medical professions, supported by family investment and a demand for skilled workers in the English speaking countries. The influx of educated professionals contributed to the model minority myth, which positively stereotyped Filipinos as hardworking, educated, and successful in medical fields. In slide 4, here is a picture of current staff RNs at a local hospital, which you can see they are well suited for care oriented professions, especially in the fields like healthcare and hospitality. In slide 5, you will find a few pictures I selected off Google, as well as pictures that I found that shows that Filipinos are have high educational achievement and have recent data indicating that they are top among Asian Americans for bachelor's degrees or higher, as a fact of 50%. Slide 6 is a woman that I know as well as respect, as well as I work for, as well as I pay rent to. She is her name is Susan, and she is a Filipina and current licensed real estate agent working at San Jose, California. I have listed dates as well as properties that she has successfully sold as a real estate agent. You will find that these are 2025, but as a real estate agent with a master's degree in business, she is a living success as a Filipina in the United States, originated or born in the Philippines. Here are a few pictures that I've selected and that are personal to me in slide 7. You will find that there are pictures of me and a Filipino family, as well as a current partner that I am currently in a relationship with, as well as there's a picture with me and two female Filipina ladies or women who, and one of them is my landlord, who is also a real estate agent out of San Jose, California, and another picture is a Friendsgiving right after, or a Friendsgiving gathering event. In slide 8, you will find that Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are a small but diverse part of the U.S. population. Currently, there are more than 17 million Asians and over 500,000 Pacific Islanders in the United States, although they make up only 5.4% of the United States. Filipinos in America are the second largest ethnic group in the United States, yet their specific challenges are often overlooked when data is under a single Asian American umbrella. A picture right here that I have posted or I have picked, it shows Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders in the U.S. population share a total of U.S. population by the race of ethnicity of 2015. White is the top, Hispanic or Latino will be second, African Americans will be third, Asian Americans will be fourth, which is 5.4, 17, 500, and 206 million people. In slide 9, I have gathered a few TikTok accounts that are Filipino and Filipina, and these are just things they mentioned on their accounts as an example. When you're a Filipina who can't sing or dance, but at least you're a nurse. When you're a Filipino nurse and all the other Filipinos assume you know how to speak, you're a stereotypical Filipino nurse. So you are Filipino, you are probably a nurse. And these aren't just people, you know what I mean, like as in like people Mexican, African, or white. These are, I found it strange that you will see that it's Filipinos or Filipinas who are posting about stereotypes. And they're, it's, I don't know why at the moment, but this is just what I found. And this is something that has to do with like a mental health thing, you know what I mean? Like it's an impact on society. And they're sharing it how they people look at them or how they see themselves or the whole stereotype. You know what I mean? It's just something it's being shared across TikTok that is at the moment right now, and it's still being passed on from Filipinos. Here is another picture. These are poor conditions that they well, some families or a lot of families. I'm not sure if a lot. I will say there are pictures that they have often faced poor living conditions, low wages, and a bamboo ceiling that impeded advancement into higher level positions in the workplace. And I have met from my own personal experience of Filipinos who stated or mentioned that they lived in conditions like this. And I'm not exactly sure how they came about out of that situation and how they became a nurse and have a bachelor's degree and what took place for all the moving conditions and all that. But I can't imagine. It would be interesting to hear the story, but it's fascinating. It's incredible. It's respectable. It's something that it's extraordinary, I would say. Regarding the positive aspects and negative aspects of Filipino migration, I have put together from the 1960s to the 2000s. I want to emphasize ultimately that it demonstrates how Filipino professionals, the nurses, the doctors, and the teachers, were essential to building key sectors of American society, earning them respect, high citizenship rates, and the model minority label. Yet this label along the specific stereotype of the compliant worker often limits their full advancement and obscures their tremendous brain drain sacrifice made by the Philippines. But as I have mentioned, I have showed a picture of a real estate agent who is also my landlord out of San Jose, California. She has a master's degree. She actually owns 3 homes that she's trying to turn into a home care, as well as currently still is a real estate agent, and she is actually a home care supervisor manager for a private company who she's currently working for. And she tells me that she works 12 hours one day, no, 24 hours on the job, and then she comes back home and then works another 24 hours on the job and then comes back home for 2 days and then works 24 hours again. The core point I want the audience to remember is that we must move beyond viewing the Filipino community through a narrow lens. We must recognize the profound changes and unique challenges faced by those migrating for the Philippines and the United States. Acknowledging their story is an indispensable chapter in United States history. This means actively honoring their achievements while stimulously challenging their structural barriers and microaggressions that still impede polarization of the professional potential and diverse identities today.